I don't really like small talk that much. I recognize the importance of small talk because if you want to have any exchange with anybody you don't know, it's probably better to exchange in pennies before you start forking over $100 bills and things more valuable. But that said, the small talk, when it doesn't end, gives me incredible social anxiety. And the reason is, at some point, you are talking about your job and your daily life and the things that you do, let's say like the friends that you talk to, but outside of the things themselves, there really is no diving in. There's no symbolism. What is your friend like? What is his psychology? What are the things that he reads? When it doesn't get to that point and you're talking to somebody for, say, 5, 10, 15 minutes and you recognize that the discussion is only going to be you listening to another person just ramble on about their uninteresting life, you lose interest, of course, and you also feel a bit anxious because now you're in a situation where you don't know what to say, how to react, and it almost feels like you're acting in a way. Now, I know that this is a really important skill because the world is mostly normies. Otherwise, I mean, the whole term would not make any sense. You want the deep conversation. You want to learn. You want to be around people who know more than you or share ideas. And, I mean, it is what it is. But when I can't ask, when someone doesn't ask me questions, I want you guys to notice this. When you're talking to somebody and they never ask you questions, that is a sign that either they are, one, not self-aware, or two, they're not interested in getting to know who you are. Anybody who is constantly discussing what they're doing in their life, going deeper and deeper, but then not having the slightest self-awareness to ask back. Like say you ask about, hey, what were you like as a child? They're like, oh, I was like this and I was like that and yada, yada, yada. And they don't reciprocate that in the form of another question. That is a sign that maybe that person just doesn't really want to talk to you. Maybe they're not vibing with you. Or maybe they just don't realize it. Either way, it's a shitty feeling because now you're sitting there going, uh-huh, oh, that's cool, man. Nice, etc., etc. And you feel it's like sort of alienation. And I think the way to fight off the alienation is to find people who obviously are on the same wavelength, which they're out there, but two, folks who actually ask you questions and show that they genuinely want to know who you are. The more that they do that, that's how you establish a friendship. That's how you feel liked. That's how you feel the sense of community that a lot of us don't really have. And I think maybe this has to do with the navel-gazing nature of the internet, where you're always thinking about what you like, whatever's on your news feed, whatever's personalized to you, and all that is fine and dandy. But I think too many people have forgotten how to actually establish friendship by asking questions and being interested in other people. If you are interested in another person, then you should tell them, you should show them, and they should show you too. And in the event that both of you really just vibe, then God, man, you don't even know how many good memories and experiences are waiting in front of you. And I'm sick of small talk where it's you talking and you don't give a shit about me or the person who's obviously listened to, who's been in the same scenario as me. And then nothing ever really comes the other way. So all I can really say is like, either avoid people like that, or we gotta find a better way to find other folks like us. And that's how life will be more enriching. Because otherwise that social anxiety, man, it'll just eat away at you. And I don't want that for any of us. That's about all.